Success has a powerful way of silencing critics, echoing in the ears of those who doubted you. Ironically, the loudest doubters often become your biggest admirers, telling your story as if they always believed in you. I remember sitting at my kitchen table, staring at my dreams on paper, surrounded by bills and doubters. Funny how people think they know what's possible for you. The truth: their doubts are often projections of their own limits. When they say you can't, they're really saying, I couldn't. They want to protect you, but it's mostly self-protection. Over time, I've learned doubters aren't obstacles, they're guideposts. Each no is a challenge, pushing you closer to yes. And it's not talent or luck that separates achievers. It's the ability to turn doubt into determination, to transform impossible into I'm possible. Think of doubt as a filter. It weeds out those who merely want success from those who need it. And that's what's so fascinating about doubt. It's actually useful. It's like a sieve, separating those who want success from those who need it. People who just want success tend to give up when someone casts a shadow of doubt over their dreams. But those who need it, they take that doubt, plant it like a seed, and grow a forest of determination. I once met a young man who turned doubt into rocket fuel. His own father told him he'd never amount to anything, words that haunted him for years. But one day, he made a powerful choice. He placed his father's picture on his desk, and each morning, he'd look at it and whisper, "Watch me." Today, that young man owns 3 thriving companies. And his father works for him now. Funny how life works, isn't it? The real lesson here: doubt is never about you. It's a reflection of the doubter's story, their fears, their limitations. Your job isn't to prove them wrong. It's to prove yourself right. And here's something else I learned. How you handle doubt today will determine your life 5 years from now. Some people let doubt become a wall. Smart people turn it into a door, and really smart people turn it into an elevator that lifts them higher. Doubt isn't just something to overcome, it's something to use. Success, you see, is anything but random. It leaves clues, almost like a treasure map, and it's as predictable as the changing seasons if you know where to look. The first clue: knowing precisely what you want. Not a vague idea or a half-baked dream, but crystal clear clarity. Most people walk around with fuzzy goals and then wonder why they get fuzzy results. If you can't write down your goal on the back of a business card, you don't have a goal, you have a wish. Years ago, I started writing down my goals every morning by hand. There's something undeniably powerful about putting pen to paper. A goal written down 365 times doesn't just stay a goal. It becomes a command to your subconscious mind. But here's where many fall short. They believe setting the goal is enough. That's like thinking buying running shoes makes you a marathon runner. After setting your goal, you need unshakable self-belief. And unshakable doesn't mean doubt-free. It means you keep moving forward, doubts and all. Persistence. This is where the real magic lies. People think persistence is just about pressing on until success shows up, but that's only half the picture. True persistence is about continuing, even after you fail. And believe me, failure will come. It's not a personality trait. It's a decision you make every day. I remember a man who failed 6 times before building a multi-million-dollar business. When I asked him what kept him going, he said, "I figured success would show up on the day most people would quit, so I kept showing up." And now, that's a multi-million-dollar mindset. Persistence isn't about just going the distance. It's about choosing the distance, choosing to keep moving when quitting is the easier choice. And here's the key to unlocking your own determination. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Motivation is like bathing. You need it daily. And the best way to stay motivated is to understand that it's something you choose every single day. Finally, let's talk about something priceless: mental toughness. Success doesn't just depend on what you do, it hinges on what you can endure. This resilience isn't innate. It's something you build, like a muscle. Every time you keep going when you'd rather quit, Every time you focus when you're tempted to be distracted, you're building that muscle. I once met a young man who lost everything in his first business, left with nothing but a couch to sleep on at a friend's house. But every morning, he put on his one good suit and say to himself in the mirror, "Today, I'm one step closer." Most people would call that crazy, but to the average person, crazy is exactly what success looks like. Turn down the "you're not good enough" and "what if you fail" channels in your mind. Be intentional about your self-talk. Your mind doesn't know the difference between vivid imagination and reality, which is why visualization is so powerful. Picture your success with detail, and your brain will start creating pathways to make it happen. I knew a woman who visualized her dream office every morning, right down to the color of the walls. A year later, she owned it. When she walked in, it felt like coming home, because she'd been there 1,000 times in her mind. People often mistake emotional control for emotional suppression, thinking it means never feeling fear or doubt. Real control means feeling those emotions, but not letting them stop you. You'll feel fear, acknowledge it, and move forward. You'll feel doubt, see it, and keep building. I once asked a CEO how he handled pressure, and he said, "I treat my emotions like weather reports. I pay attention, but I don't let them make my decisions." Emotions are valuable, but they're poor decision makers. Mental toughness isn't built overnight. It's built day by day. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're strengthening your resilience. This resilience isn't just personal. It's about a bigger purpose that inspires and drives you forward. Success stories like Henry Ford's and the Wright brothers show us that vision outlasts doubt. Your circumstances don't dictate your future. Your choices do. Successful people have non-negotiables, habits they commit to daily without question. One entrepreneur I knew did the hard tasks first while others hit snooze. Time management isn't about more hours. It's about focused energy and priorities. Many people stay busy without being productive, confusing activity with achievement. A mentor once told me, "Show me your calendar, and I'll show you your future." Critics can teach us valuable lessons if we know how to use their feedback. Smart achievers don't let negative voices shape them, but instead use criticism as a mirror to reveal areas for growth. A young entrepreneur I knew kept a notebook with every criticism he received and what he could learn from it. Turning doubters into mentors. Every setback, every doubt can fuel you forward if you choose to keep moving.